Donald Trump is still crying over the fact that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz call him and J.D. Vance weird. Even though that particular line of attack has certainly died off in the last few weeks, it is still living rent-free in Donald Trump's brain, as he told us during his rally this past Thursday in Tucson, Arizona. Rather than actually talking about real issues and, campaigning, Donald Trump turned the entire rally into nothing more than a bitch fest, where he again whined about being called weird. Here's a clip, Donald Trump admitting that this tiny little attack is just getting under his skin and he doesn't know how to handle it. Here he is.
It was the weirdest thing. Am I wrong? Because they were saying JD and I are weird. No, we're very solid people. She's weird. And that vice president of hers is really weird. He's really... That was a soundbite. They said, oh, he's weird. That was, in other words, they gave it to their friends in the fake news. Weird. It's something I've never called. I've been called a lot of bad things, but not weird. But
Again, it's the simplest attack ever. Like, hey, this guy's weird. You would think that would be something he could shrug off, even when the media was picking up on it, even when social media was, nonstop posts of people saying weird, which again has died off. Trump could have just said whatever. Like, if he didn't engage with it, it would not have had any power. But he continues, even as everybody else has already moved on from that, basically, he continues to whine about it because he is such a pathetic little crybaby. Now, here is the full context of what Donald Trump was saying. Let me read you what he said before he got to the weird part. She went over to ABC, which in my opinion has taken a big hit because these two people were bad news. They kept screaming at me. I said, "Why are you screaming?" I'm saying to myself, I'm looking, I always liked him. I'm not going to watch him anymore. I'm not going to watch him because he's not legit. What he did, I'm not going to watch him. And his hair's not as good as it used to be, Remember at the convention when she went out, they nominated her even though she got no votes? They nominated no. She came in last place in the primaries, right? And then she said, sorry, I'm reading a transcript and his mind is so jumbled, it's hard to read. But anyway, and then she said, Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. No, she's a threat. She is a threat to democracy. But you remember when she went out and she said, thank you. Do you remember that? It was the weirdest thing. Am I wrong? Because they were saying JD and I are weird. No, we're very solid people. She's weird, and that vice president of hers is really weird. He's really... Now, at that point, CNN, for some reason, learning nothing from 2016 and 2020, CNN had been airing his rally. Just giving him the free publicity, like, let's just see what the dipshit has to say. But it was at that point where I stopped that quote, where Wolf Blitzer came back on and said, quote, all right, we're going to continue to monitor Donald Trump. He's speaking in Tucson, Arizona right now, making all sorts of very weird statements, including that he had a monumental victory over what he called Comrade Kamala Harris at the debate earlier this week. They then trashed him, of course, but first of all, glad you cut away when he started getting weird. Glad you called him weird. But why were you running his rally in its entirety in the first place? According to estimations, in the 2016 election, media outlets aired so much uncut, live, no commercial Trump rally crap that they gave him over $1 billion worth of free publicity. That's how much it would have cost if he had spent that much time buying ads. And they're doing it again. Again, totally glad you cut him off, but there is no reason on God's green earth why you should have been running that rally in the first place, CNN. That is media malpractice. It is a damn shame that you idiots, because that's what you are, learned nothing from the mistakes you made in 2016. So full credit for cutting it away, but you shouldn't have been running it in the first place. What you do is what those of us on social media, who, by the way, are much more popular than you, not to sound like Donald Trump. David Pakman pulls in more viewers than CNN. Brian Tyler Cohen, Midas Touch, TYT, all of them crushing CNN. And what they do, which is what CNN should do, they'll take clips of the crazy, stupid things Donald Trump says and then respond to those clips and tell you why it's insane. CNN should actually learn something from the media outlets that are having success as opposed to, well, whatever it is they're doing, which is clearly driving their network off of a cliff. But nevertheless, Donald Trump is weird. Calling him weird gets under his skin. So maybe time to amp up those attacks, because clearly he can't get it out of his brain. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.